What's going on, everybody? This is Brendan and Cameron from BCB TV. Today on Prospect Breakdown, we're talking about the best player this college basketball season, Oklahoma superstar Trae Young. Trae garnered comparisons to Steph Curry early this season, but soon heard Jimmer comparisons as his game fell off a cliff in February. Next Thursday's video will be on Jaren Jackson Jr., but for next Tuesday's breakdown, we want to know which player you guys want to see, so follow our Twitter at RealBCBTV and vote on the poll up now. Let's get into the breakdown.
For Trae Young's shooting grade, we gave him a 9 out of 10. I'm sure some of you will be surprised with this grade, but we believe it is accurate due to his 3-point percentages falling to 37.5% and his lack of a mid-range jumper. For the positives, though, it is very obvious to see that he is an elite shooter who has ridiculous range and still shoots 37.5% despite shooting from very deep. His ability to shoot off the dribble makes him even more lethal from 3.
Trae receives a 6 out of 10 for his overall athleticism. Young lacks almost everything you look for in an elite point guard prospect. If anyone can send us a video of this man dunking, it would be greatly appreciated, because from what we've seen, he lacks an impressive vertical. He also isn't the fastest point guard prospect we've ever seen. He does, however, possess impressive change of speed ability with the ball and good quickness. His quickness really shines when he utilizes his crossovers, which normally leaves his defender in the dust.
Trae Young received an 8 out of 10 for his rim attacking grade. His excellent shooting ability, combined with his ball handling ability, allows him to get to the rim at a high rate, where he generally looks to feed his teammates. His proficiency in this area can also be seen in his 8.6 free throw attempts per game. His floater also makes the defense have to guard him from the mid-range, and not just camp at the rim.
As for ball handling, Trae gets a 9 out of 10. Young has one of the best handles in this draft class. As I mentioned before, the best example of Trae's skills with the ball is when he's crossing fools left and right. Otherwise, you constantly see him dribble through double teams on the perimeter and navigate through the trees and in and around the paint without losing the ball.
Trae Young's passing ability gets a 9 out of 10. His ability to pass the ball is what distances him from the comparison to Jimmer Fredette. For much of the season, he was close to averaging double-figure assists. He ended the season with 8.7 assists per game. His ability to throw pinpoint passes through tight windows is very good. However, his ability to see his teammates from almost anywhere on the court is even more impressive. The only thing holding him back from receiving a perfect grade here is his 5.2 turnovers per game, which was the most in college basketball this season.
His defensive grade is a 5 out of 10. Trae struggles mightily as an on-ball defender, getting burnt all over the place by whoever he has to guard. His on-ball D is so bad, he's one of those players you have to hide on a lesser offensive player. His saving grace is his off-ball D, though, which is mainly where his solid 1.7 steals per game come from. Young is a pesky off-ball defender who also has a habit of jumping into passing lanes, which sometimes makes opponents think about passing in his direction.
For Trae Young's finishing ability, he gets a 6 out of 10. Due to his lack of size, strength, and vertical athleticism, he struggles to finish at the rim when challenged, and generally looks to feed his teammates when in the paint because of this. However, his floater allows him to finish easier without having to go all the way to the rim and attack the big.
As for his measurables, we gave him a 4 out of 10. Young's height listings range anywhere from 6 foot flat to perhaps 6'2", which isn't great. Even if he is 6'2", he's also very light, weighing in at 176 pounds, which shows in his lack of strength. He also possesses an uninspiring 6'4" wingspan. His size does not help his NBA prospects.
For Trae Young's immediate grade, we gave him a 7 out of 10. We believe Trae Young will no doubt have a big impact on whatever team takes him. A point guard with almost limitless range and very elite passing ability will help any offense create easier shots and spread the floor. However, he will struggle mightily on the defensive end at the beginning of his career and likely throughout most of it. If his defense was better, he would easily get an 8. We think he'll average around 15 points and 6 assists per game while shooting 38% from 3.
We gave Trae an 8 out of 10 for his potential. At first this grade might seem a bit high, but you gotta consider the fact Young has the real potential to be a 20-point and 10 assist type player in his career. Even if he might not reach that, you have to admit there's a good chance. The parts of his game which are most likely to improve include his defense and finishing ability. For both of these, they would rely on him gaining strength, as he gets bullied mid-air going for layups, and his man can just run through him as it stands on defense.
Trae Young grades out with a 71 for his total grade. His lack of size and athleticism really hurts him as a prospect in our eyes. He likely won't ever be an average defender in the NBA from what we've seen, and his finishing will likely be a problem. However, his shooting and playmaking ability is so good that it offsets some of the problems that he will encounter at the next level. We see him as a second-tier prospect at this point in the series.
As you hopefully read in the title, Trae Young's best NBA comparison has to be a Steph Curry light. They both use their quickness to get by their defenders and their incredible range to catch their man off guard, and leave fans awestruck by the rareness of their abilities. Which leads me into his role. If worse comes to worse, Trae will make an excellent spot-up shooter, but has the upside to be an excellent playmaker and primary scorer.
The teams that we believe have the best chance of taking Trae Young are the Cavs, Bulls, Knicks, Hornets, Sixers, and the Clippers. We think the best fit for Trae would be with the Clippers. They could use a young, talented point guard to attempt to fill the hole that Chris Paul left there. And if DeAndre Jordan stays, they would also form a great duo due to Trae Young's great passing ability and DeAndre's athleticism and finishing ability. We will continue to update our big board as we grade the remaining prospects in this draft class. Out of the prospects that we have graded, Trae Young comes in as the 6th best prospect in this draft class.
Hope you enjoyed our breakdown of Trae Young. If you did, please subscribe. It means a lot when you show support to our channel. This Thursday, we'll be breaking down Michigan State's star power forward, Jaren Jackson Jr. Once again, please remember to vote on our Twitter poll at RealBCBTV for which player you'd like to see next. Also, please like and comment down below your thoughts on our video, as well as Trae Young's NBA future. Thanks for watching.